1 2 testing testing. Can everybody hear me? Hey everybody, how's it going? Dave here with the Work Louder stream today. I don't know. Let's see who's in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you are here today with us. I'll stick some music. We'll chill out, and yeah, we'll talk keyboards. I don't know if you can see the bad boy here. I've changed the keys on it, and it looks crazy good. But yeah, give me some emojis in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. And we'll get this stream going. I'm slightly out of breath. I ran up the stairs. I had to close my office door. But we're here now. Yeah. So give me your favorite emoji. I'm on, we're streaming on a few platforms today. So we're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and X, I think. We should be on X. So, love from Borneo. Let's go. Hazik on Instagram. How's it going, my guy? Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, hope everybody's good today. And yeah, I'm in the UK at the minute. It's 2 p.m., almost 2 p.m. in the UK. And we're doing a bit of an earlier stream for my European folk out there. Because usually I do streams, like super late. Official big Eddie on Instagram. How's it going? Isaac, you love the keyboard, bro. All right, so check this out, right? Let's go full geek mode. So this is my knob 1 keyboard. So I'll change so you can see it here. This is the knob 1 keyboard, but I changed the keys on it, and it feels super cool because it's different for me. But honestly, it looks so good. Check this out. So these aren't the stock keys that come with it. I changed it to the MX Alpha Day key set. Check that out. And I've got the little smiley face here. Oh wait, other side. There. So I'm super happy with like how it's looking at the minute. But yeah, anything to do with the keyboards, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions. We can go into workflow stuff. Yeah, I know it's clean, isn't it? It's so good. So for anybody here, I'm Dave. I'm a guest streamer today with the Work Louder folk. And we're going to talk about, you like the pop of orange and cute. No, yeah. Honestly, I've got so many keys to play around with. And I'll show you my Nomad E keyboard as well. But I'm Dave. I do video and audio stuff. And I work in Premiere, in Ableton, run my video production company from the UK, and I use Work Louder products a whole heap. I had this bad boy. This was my first purchase 4 years ago, and since then, I think I've gone a bit crazy. So if you see my top-down view, I've got this bad boy, and then I've got my Nomad E right here, with some different keys there. But yeah, I'm kind of a fanboy. I was joking with Mike. I was like, bro, you got me. I've bought pretty much everything I can from the Work Louder catalog. So if you got any questions, I feel like I've got a good all-round take on the keyboard and stuff. How's the durability, dude? Isaac is asking, how's the durability? So this bad boy, this is the version 1 of the Micro. I've got the version 2 here. I don't know if you can see on that camera. But this one right here, 4 years. Honestly, the build on this bad boy is insane. And this has traveled all over the world with me. So this was like 4 years ago. And I don't have... I kind of want to keep it, you know what I mean? Like the new one here, and I can talk about features and all that. The new one here has... a bunch of extra features, but this one, honestly, I don't want to give it away. Part of me is like, Dave, you got to be generous and give it away. But the other part of me is like, no, I will stick a battery pack to it and let the lights shine. So I've got like an extra desk accessory. So that's where I'm at now. I'm kind of like, and look at it on this bottom camera. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Chill and connect on YouTube. Hello there, my friend. How's it going? I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, this guy, when you pull the trigger, you're going to be so stoked. And I'm going to be stoked for you because you've done so much research. again, if you got any more questions, let me know. But I was saying, why give it away when it's sick? Exactly. Yeah, I know, right? Well, so Isaac, the thing is, I should give it away because that's like, uh, mind you, I've spent my own money on this stuff. Okay, so this is how much of a geek I am. I've got like a second one here. So this one right here, I keep in this case, and this goes in my gig bag. So whenever I'm doing like live shows and stuff, I connect this to Ableton, and I've got it all mapped out to Ableton stuff. So technically, this is my gigging. So this is the thing, right? This is my gigging micro version 1. That one is my decorative micro version 1, and this is my working micro version 1. Micro version 2, sorry. So yeah, we're we're making moves. I know, right, Isaac? They're just too good. Like, so I wasn't gonna get a second micro version 1, but somebody on the Discord channel was selling one, and I was like, hey, it'd be rude not to at this point. So yeah, and then yesterday, I pulled the trigger on a XYZ board. So I should have the XYZ board coming at some point. So I'll show you what the XYZ board is, and it's the most affordable one. And I always joke, I'm like, if you don't have a Work Louder product on the, in the mail on the way to your house, like you're not a real one. So my friends, I'm a real one. Southman, how's it going? Yes, my boy, bro. Okay, so Southman, I checked out your game. I checked out some of the stuff. Oh, we've been in touch, haven't we? It's really cool. But Czech Republic now, it's like 5 o'clock. So I'm doing a bit of an earlier stream for y'all. So yeah, oh, lights are, I'm losing my lights here. All right, we're good. Yeah, Isaac. So this one right here, this is the XYZ board. So I've got one of these on the way as well. This is one of the most affordable ones. So if you look at my, I'll show you my desk. So it's kind of a bigger version of the micro here. So you'll see it's got, you can get the assembly kit, you can get a pre-built kit. It's a bit more expensive, or you can get a PCB kit if you're into like printing your own 3D print stuff. So you can download the 3D files and print your own base for it. So that's like the cheapest way. But the crazy thing is, well, the crazy good thing is it works with input. So this keyboard right here, the R2 version, works with input. So input is what WorkLoud has designed for us to map all the shortcuts we need. So, oh, you had the creator board one. Yeah, so basically it's like one module off the creator board, but the creator board works with VIA. So VIA is great, but it takes it's a bit of a learning curve trying to like program all your stuff. It's like my version 1. All right, so my version 1, I had to like type in the codes I needed and figure it out. And to be honest, after it was all set up, and I just knew it worked, and it's really rugged. But this works with input. So input is WorkLouder's program they've designed specifically for the keyboards, and it's super easy to program stuff. And also, Isaac, if you've got the creator board, you've probably not seen this feature. It's one of my favorite features in input is multi-action. So multi-action is, so here I've got like a multi-action for when I'm browsing stuff. So on tap, I've programmed, this is on one button, okay? On tap, it'll open a new tab. On double tap, it'll go to YouTube. And if I hold the key, it will close the tab. So let's do an example here. So I'm in my browser here. And let's change this so you can see. So right here, I'll press this key here. So it'll open a new tab. If I double tap it, it'll go to YouTube. And if I hold it, it'll close the tab. So that's all one key. So that's how powerful that feature is. And it's one of my favorite features. And it's one of the features I'm kind of used to so much now. I can't live without it. And I programmed it to Yeah, exactly. So Isaac, that's Isaac on Instagram says it's 4 layers in one key, basically. Yeah. So I don't have a function for like tap and hold yet for that particular thing for my browser. The other cool thing is I can share a layer, like just like you could with Via, but I mean, you could share them here as well. But in Premiere, for example, I'll open up a Premiere session in a bit. But in Premiere, for example, I've got like multiple multi-acts and stuff. And because input is so easy to program, I keep on updating my layers as I go. I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have, this function. So as far as muscle memory goes, I've got like the basics now, but then you kind of incrementally add extra stuff. By the end of it, your micro is like powerful to the point where I'm like, when I'm like editing on the go, that was the one thing with the version 1. I take it with me and it looks sick, but the version 2 is Bluetooth. So it doesn't take up an extra port. You don't need an extra cable. It just works straight out, just Bluetooth. So yeah, you could tell like I'm pretty deep into this. Like I love this stuff, man. Not Aaron Pereira on Instagram. What you doing? I'm just hanging out, answering a bunch of questions. And today, I didn't even tell you what the offer is today on stream. So for live stream orders, let me tell you. So last week they dropped the desk mat. So again, I've got a desk mat on the way. That's gonna be sick. I went for the green and black. So these are double-sided desk mats. If you see the top of my desk, I've got one of the Work Louder desk mats here. The work mats are kind of like this material, like the cut and self-healing material, but sized for your desk. If you see this is like an A3 size, a bit squarey, doesn't really cover my desk, but the work mats by Work Louder, they're the correct size for it fits your desk. So I'll pull up a photo so you can see what it looks like. Let me just see where I've got this photo. But yeah, it looks sick. So I've got one of those bad boys on the way. Classic Dave move. If you know me, you know how much I love this stuff. So this is what it looks like on a desk. So this is mic setup. So this is what it looks like on a desk. You can see you can fit your mouse, keyboard, and micro, and it looks pretty sick. Self-healing, double-sided. So yeah, man, it's sick. So if you make an order over $150, I'm allowed to give you one of these for free. You just need to cover postage, and you can have it for free. So this one's worth $60. So if you make any order over $150, you can have a work mat for free. So let me go through these questions. Wow, we've got a few of you in here. So if I'm not answering a question on your chat, I'm looking at several chats. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and X, I think. So I've got multiple chats. I'll try to keep on top of it. So let's see. Isaac says on Instagram, I'm good with Via, but how you feel about Work Louder software, like in terms of features? Like sick features. Honestly, I showed you the multi-action, easier to program. Whereas with Via, I'd have to think twice. I'm like, okay, have I got like a few minutes to research what the keys are, what the shortcuts or the code is? And with Via, I'm just like, it's literally drag and drop. If I want to, you've got the basic keys here, and then you got actions. And the cool thing here is when you create your own action, you can record an action. So if you've got the weirdest key combination, I just recorded this weird key combination, stop recording, and then you can assign that to an action. So super easy. I don't blink twice. Like if I need to add something, I'm just like, yeah, I could do it in like literally seconds. You know, if I'm working in Premiere and stuff. Welcome back, Southman. Never used. You never thought of using what for editing? Sorry, Isaac, I probably missed that. Chill and Connect, you're unsure, man. I'm here to answer anything you need. Work Louder's expanded so much since I got the Creator. I know. We're probably around the same era, you know, Isaac, because I got the micro version 1. I got that 4 years ago. And since then, obviously they've expanded. They've got this bad boy. So let me display that as well. So this one is the Nomad E1. So I got this a few months ago, and then when the knob dropped, I saw everybody like posting photos and posting about it. I was like, it kind of be rude not to to get it at this point. So yeah. So this is the knob one, but I changed the keys on it. Sorry. So I changed the keys on it. The mouse pads would be great to eat. Like, I bet it tastes like lettuce. Oh, please don't do that. 95 Ghosts on TikTok. Wait, is there an $89 option? Yep, there is. So the $89 option, and you can get it cheaper if you can print your own base if you got like a 3D printer. So this one is the $89 option, and you can get it pre-built for 114, or you can only get the PCB kit for 69 bucks. But then you just have to download the 3D files here and print the 3D base yourself. So this is like the greatest value, because I was saying earlier on the stream, you can use Input with it. So Input is WorkLoudo's program you can map all your shortcuts to, but that works with Input. That keyboard right there that you can see. I've got, I mean, you'll see my top-down view. I've got like a bunch of WorkLoudo products. I've got key sets. I've got a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I've bought all this stuff, but I've also got an XYZ board on the way, just so I can have like, I can show you guys what's up. So I've got this XYZ board on the way, and I might do like a build, live stream build when it comes over. But yeah, save me this image, dude. Which one? Isaac, if you go on the Discord, I think I posted it in Discord. So I posted my this keyboard, and then my Nomad E. I've also got the iCandy key set, the keycap. Oh wait, can you see it there? That's the one on the website. So it's got like a magnetic top. Let's try not to lose that. And then let's see if I can do that on the camera. You see that? Anyways, just like cool little features. So I bought the MX Alpha Day key set recently. So this one comes stuck with the black, but I was like, oh, I'd like to accent some white keys. So I'm going for the black and white look on this one. And then I changed the dials as well. If you can see, I bought the color kit and I changed the dials. So yeah, again, I spent my own money on this stuff, and I just keep on going, hey, I can like change this or that. Anyways, please, Liquid Tea, just, you can't eat stuff, man. Please don't. Alisha on Instagram. Hello, how's it going? I never know if I Ghost. What was that TikTok about? Which one? It kind of looks like a candy bar, yeah, but I got the creator board when it just came out. Yeah, same. So I got the what's it called? The version 1. You can see right here when it came out. Yeah, you need this. So Chillin' Connect. With my prior chat, I've been also looking at a smaller sampler too. I know it has nothing to do with WorkLoudo, but it's the same. It's the Framer Micro or the music product. Oh, got you. Chillin' Connect. Yeah, any like whatever suits your workflow. To be honest. Let's see. Rylan on Instagram. Are the mouse pads live? So the mouse pads at the minute are on pre-order. The guys got samples through last week. I'm based in the UK. The guys are based in Canada, where they run the company from. And let me show you. So this is the picture on the website, but then this is the sample Mike got last week. So you can see it fits your mouse, keyboard, and micro quite easy. It ships Q2 2026, so it's on pre-order at the minute. If you make any order over 150 bucks, you get one of these bad boys for free. And yeah, that's the live stream offer at the minute. So if you order while I'm on live stream, I'm allowed to give you one of these bad boys with an order over 150 bucks. You just need to cover for shipping, but still like $60, sorry, worth of a gift. But I know Mike said they've got the samples through, and this is like Q2 is like safe, like that it is shipped then. But if they're already earlier, like I'm pretty sure they'll just start shipping out. Adia, it looks sick. I love it so much. I hate the price though. Yeah, I mean some of the stuff. Yes, I've bought all the stuff and I've saved up for the stuff I've got. So I've got the you probably see I've got the Nomad E1 and the Knob one, and I had to save up for it. But I love that Work Louder. Listen to the community. Like, hey, we'll get you on the ecosystem with a quality keyboard for this the XYZ board. $89. You can get it pre-built for $150, $114, or you can only buy the PCB kit. You just need to 3D print the base. So for that, you know, they're kind of, you know, listening to the community and being like, okay, we can kind of make this work. And they have made it work. So and it's the same design. So the base is 3D printed. Let me see if I've got any photos of the actual. So this is the keyboard like close up. I've got one on the way. So when I get one, you'll be able to see what it looks like in my hands. But this is what it looks like. This is on Mike's desk with the new work mat. All right. Do you have a plan on releasing something similar for the Micro? 95 Ghosts, are you talking about the like a number pad or something? Well, that's the other part of the competition live stream order. If you make any order below $150, you can have a spin on the XYZ board. And win a free XYZ numpad. So the numpad is like the XYZ board, but it looks like that. So if you see on the screen, for any orders below $150, you can just spin the wheel for a chance to win this bad boy. So this is basically the Micro version of that 95 Ghost, but we've only got like a limited supply, so we're just kind of giving them away at the minute for a chance to win, if that makes any sense. How much is that? Which one? 95 Ghosts on TikTok. You're asking how much is that? So I've caught up with the chat, I think. If you got any more questions, let me know. But I think, yeah, the chat was chatting, man. That was cool. So I think I've answered all your questions. No, 95 Ghosts, I'm afraid not. So the numpads aren't available for purchase at the minute. So the Creator Micro 2, like the most affordable one, would be this one right here. So this is the Creator Micro 2, but the wired version. So it's not the Bluetooth one. So it's the wired version. And I've got like the version 1 here. And I could tell you, these are built so good. I've had this for 4 years. Still like working fine. I just wanted to upgrade to the version 2 because it had like a few more features I wanted. So 95 Ghosts is asking, do you know when they will be? I've got no idea. At the minute, the guys are working so hard. The guys are working so hard, just making everything else work at the minute. So on the horizon, we've got the Nomad E2 on pre-order. So this is like the second version of the Nomad E. And they've upgraded a bunch of stuff, better battery life. The keys are slightly different. So these are like the Delta keys. A few more features as far as the dials go. The dials you can press in as well. So they've got a bunch of stuff they've upgraded from the version 1. And then you got the knob one. But then the most popular has been the XYZ board at the minute because yeah, it's just a bit more affordable. So somebody's asking, let's see. So 95 Ghosts, I'm honestly thinking, so 95 Ghosts on TikTok, I'm honestly thinking about using something like it for my retro gaming setup. It's got that vibe, hasn't it? It definitely has that kind of vibe. But if you're into like 3D printing, you can download the 3D files with the XYZ board and go like full retro and get like something, you know, that creamy color, creamy white the HP stuff has. You can kind of go for something like that. kind of go a bit old school and like really make it fit your retro setup. Isaiah, I would buy it if I had the money. I love it, but I can't get it. Totally get it, man. Totally get it. I like, if you look at my top down shot, this is me after a few years of like, I've spent my own money on this stuff, but this is like after a few years of research and saving up money. And this was my first work louder product about 4 years ago that I bought this, and it's still here. Like, works like a tank, works a treat. And yeah, I know the pain. I know the the effort it goes through. It's like saving up money to get this kind of stuff. But this stuff is like, I could tell you that bad boy has been with me for 4 years, and yeah, still works so good. But I had something else I wanted to. What else was I gonna say? Sorry, I was getting distracted by the chat. It'll come to me. Hey man, Risha says on Instagram, mine Faircraft. Hello, how's it going on Instagram? So 95 Ghost is asking on TikTok, do the atomic purple like the old see-through Game Boy Color? Yeah, they do that one. So when I got the Nomad, so let me see, the Nomad E2 has a few different colorways. Oh, you can't see that. Just give me a sec. So it's got like that kind of atomic orange. And then they've got the like full white, like full black traffic. What's the signal black, and then traffic white. And then the atomic orange looks really cool. And then the atomic is like a see-through one. But they did do an atomic purple with this one right here. So this was the Nomad E1, and it's all sold out. I mean, we've got one in French. Yeah, there's only one left in French at the minute. But yeah, a lot of people did that. But I have seen people, I need to check on Discord for some photos, but I have seen photos of people's setups where they've used the XYZ board, but they print that part in purple. The filament, is it called filament for the 3D printers? Like a purple filament. So you get that Game Boy color kind of vibe. And man, thinking me being me, I'd love to. So I've got an XYZ board on the way. So I'll do the normal base, but it'd be sweet to have like different colors, like bases that you can just screw on and off. That'd be pretty cool. So anyways, if I might just download the 3D files and find a friend over here that has a 3D printer and just print a bunch of different colors. Anyways, any atomic green? No, but as I was saying, if you do go for this bad boy, the XYZ board, you can print your own base, whatever color you want. So I'm actually going to do that. I've got a few friends over here in the UK that have 3D printers, and this is like dirt cheap to print as far as I know. You just need to, like, it's a 3D printer that costs a lot of money, but I might get them to print out a few different colors of the base for me when I get this bad boy. Interesting. I'm thinking. But yeah, anyways, let me reset the stream really quick. I'm Dave. I'm a guest streamer with Work Louder today. I do video and audio stuff and use all the Work Louder products. As you can see, I've got a bunch of them that I spent money on. I'm a bit of a fanboy at this point. But yeah, any questions to do with that, let me know. And the current offer, because every time we're on stream, we've got a stream team. Every time we're on stream, there's a bunch of offers running. So at the minute, we've got the work mat that just came out last week, or maybe a couple weeks now. So it's brand new on pre-order. Double-sided. It's got that self-healing material, but size for your desk. So this one you can have for free if you order anything over $150. So you can have that added to your order. You just need to cover postage. But I mean, as far as live stream offers go, that's like pretty sick. And then if you order anything else, you get a chance to spin the wheel to win an XYZ board, which I've got a photo of. Where's my photo? Photo over here. So this is the XYZ numpad that we've got a few left. You can program 16 keys to do whatever you want. But yeah, so if you order on stream today. Like, you get some pretty good offers. 95 Ghosts on TikTok says, bro, Atomic Green would be nuts. I really miss translucent tech. Yeah, I know what you mean. It had a moment, didn't it? Like the Nintendo 64 vibe had the remote. I remember when that came out. I used to have a Game Boy Color. Man, I'm kind of dating myself now. But I used to have a Game Boy Color with that see-through. And yo, if you managed to get that see-through, you were kind of known that, yo, Dave's got the see-through. See-through colorway. And then the Nintendo 64 remotes were sick like that, where you can see the insides. And then lately, I've probably seen a few people change their iPhone, like, to have that kind of look. It's not a skin, it's actually like the case. But yeah, translucent tech. Yeah, I think it's got a vibe to it, definitely. 95 Ghosts on TikTok says the whole N64 console was translucent, not just the control. Yeah, you can get the whole thing as a pack. And yo, I spent, what was the GoldenEye, was it? That game? Like the sickest shooter game. I'm pretty sure I played it recently, you know. I went to a retro place to play games and stuff, and they had that. I was there for at least half an hour, 40 minutes. My kids were like, Dad, you know, do something else. But yeah, definitely translucent tech it's definitely a vibe. Yeah, so yeah, I know 95 Ghosts. Nothing Company did translucent on their headphones, on the phones too. Yeah, you know what? I've had my where is it now? I've had my AirPods that are usually in my pocket, but I've had my AirPods for like 5 years now. But I know that once they die, I am thinking of getting like a Nothing Company, like the headphones they do. Really stylish, translucent, but yeah, definitely a vibe, man. Definitely a vibe. So let me show you while we're here, because this is my latest addition to my to my setup. What I did recently, I got the MX Alpha Day Key set. So this right here. So I saw this available. I mean, they've had these forever, and my Nomad E1 comes with a stock black keys. So I wanted the white ones. All right. So I saw on the website this build right here. So you can see it's the Knob 1 build with the MX Alpha Day Key set. And I was like, yo, that looks so sick. So on stream the other day, I changed these over. No, actually, I didn't. I changed the switches last stream. But I changed the keys on this bad boy. And it's got like the little smiley face there. And it's got a bunch of like really quirky keys, like really cool, but with different icons. But yeah, I recently changed that over. It feels great. I forgot how nice these like keycaps feel. And yeah, that's my latest build. And then because I had a few spare keys, I put like some of them on the Nomad E1. And then I bought the switch as well. So let me show you. Ooh. Sorry, I bought different switches. So let me talk you through that really quick. So I bought this the Eye Candy keycap. Don't know if you can see it there. Really cool. It's got like the magnet. Yeah, so I've bought all this with my own money, okay? So I'm not, it's like, they're not sending me stuff for free, but just to let you know, I'm a bit of a fanboy. And then I also changed the switches on my Nomad E last stream. So if you like scroll through, you can see me changing the switches. If you go onto YouTube Live, but let me see where my switches are. Yeah, so I changed to the clicky switches, which are available now. But I changed to these bad boys here. So these are the switches that go in. These are the clicky ones. So let me show you. Let me just mute the music. I'll show you what they sound like. So this is just a switch, okay? All right, but with a key I've got here. Sounds sick, and it feels sick as well. It's got like that clicky feel to it, which I really like. But my knob 1 has the silent switches. So the silent switches look like this. These are the blue ones that I've got on the knob 1. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to... There you go. So these are the silent switches. You can't hear. Can't hear anything. But if you... this is what they sound like on the keyboard. So I changed those over, like super geek mod. I never thought a few months ago I'd be into this kind of stuff, but yeah, they kind of got me. Because once you get into it and you're like, oh, you know, I want to test the feel on this, I could tell you it makes a difference having like good switches on your keyboard. So yeah, that's the latest in the collection of Dave I got last week. And then I don't know if you can see my so on this bad boy here, this is the micro version 2, but this is the pro version. So the pro version comes with like the black frame right there. But you can have like the frosted body as an add-on. So I added that on. That came last week. And it definitely has a different look to it. I don't know. I mean, it's got the same look as my version 1, which I really, really love. But yeah, I kind of dig this as well, because like the RGBs shine through slightly different. Who knows? I might go back. All right, so let's go through some questions. Sorry, I don't speak Russian, so I don't know what that is. I do apologize. Is there a possibility of getting the XYZ board earlier than March? That's a question I can't answer really, because that's like back-end stuff. So I know that if things are ready, they'll ship out. But yeah, it comes down to like production and how you can get that going. But if Mike's ever on stream, he's got good good informative answers as far as this stuff goes. So do ask him. If I see him, if I talk to him, I'll ask him, see how that's going. But as soon as they're ready, they'll ship out. So March seems to be the date at the minute. Is there any way to add full keycaps instead of the slim ones? Now, key switches. So as far as key switches go, 95 Ghost, these are MX stems. So the switches fit MX stem keycaps. So that is the stem. Let me see if I've got like a little cheap keycap. Oh, here you go. I've got this. This is like a really cheap one I got. This is like a space bar, but like old school retro vibes. That I can't remember who it was building a retro setup, but yeah, you'd love this kind of thing. But this has got MX stems, so that will fit on the back of this bad boy. So it does fit. I don't know if you can see that. So when you're buying keycaps, just make sure it's an MX stem keycap, and it'll fit fine. If that's what you were asking. Soul Soars Lugs on Instagram. Excited for mine. What did you get? Let me know what you got. Let me be excited with you. Reactor has got an order number. So if you do have an order number that has not shipped out yet, I'm allowed to add a little gift in there for you. So we got a few. If like honestly, guys, if anybody's on stream ever, that's the time to, get the best offers. So at the minute, if you order anything over $150, you get the work mat for free. You just cover postage. That's worth $60. So you get that for free. And then if you order anything below that, you get to spin the wheel for a chance to win the number pad. Okay, so we don't have heaps of them, That's why we kind of run a free spin the wheel giveaway. If you order anything below, or like basically if you order anything, you get to spin the wheel. But yeah, I don't know if I've got anything else, but that's what we're doing on stream. So Reactor, you've given me an order number. If that hasn't shipped out yet, we'll stick something in there for you. So the offers are 3 really. Anything over $150, you get work mat. Anything below that, you get spin the wheel for a number pad, a chance to win a number pad. And somebody got so close last time, like literally, guys, so close. I almost flipped the table. I was so excited for them. And then if you've ordered anything and it hasn't shipped out yet, and you give me your order number in the chat, I'm allowed to add a little free gift in there for you. So you can't really, yeah, some good stuff happening on stream. Any questions as far as all these products go? I feel at this point like I've got a good idea with the amount of stuff I've got. And I can go in further and geek out with you, but Soars, yeah, I'll add that in there for. You must have ordered a couple of days ago. You probably ordered in the last few days, didn't you? Soars, let me know what you got. On Friday night, actually, Mike ran one of the most like ridiculous streams. Like it's a deal or no deal stream. So if you see Work Louder streaming, just jump on it, see what's up, see what offers are on. But if you jump on it and Mike's on it, definitely stay through the whole thing, because he does like a deal or no deal where he gives out free stuff. Depending on, like, you just order something and then you have a chance to win up to like a Knob 1 or a Nomad 2. Crazy. They're so crazy. I'm like, yo, I might just jump on one of those. Be like, yo. Well, at this point, I've got everything I need, really. I've bought everything. So I've got work mat on the way. And then I wanted to, because, so the XYZ workboard, at this point, I'm like, I'll find a use for it. I don't really need it because I've got so much other stuff. I've got 2 keyboards, micros. I've got a bunch of stuff. But I want to build one. So I definitely want to build one on stream next time when I get it. And I do want to try the ultralinear, because this is like an ultralinear layout instead of the normal keyboards that have a staggered layout. So I'm curious about that. See how that goes. And then it's got a few little things I wanna try out. But the fact that this is like one of the cheapest keyboards you can get on the site, and if you're into like 3D printing, you can even buy the workboard PCB kit. So you just buy the PCB and print the rest yourself. I'm putting lame keycaps on my XYZR too. Why would you do that? Joshua Borton, which you guys ship to South Africa? I'm pretty sure we do. Has anybody say we don't? Somebody on Instagram is asking if we ship out to South Africa. I'm pretty sure we do. The only places that are a bit hard to ship to are Brazil, because the import taxes are ridiculous. So, is, you know, if you're Brazilian and you know that, you just need to be aware of that and happy to pay the import tax. And then I think Russia is another one. So you can, I think it's something to do. I'm probably, this is what Mike said on the stream. I think it's, you can ship to Russia, but you can't pay with a Russian bank, something like that. But those are the only 2 complicated scenarios that I know of. Everywhere else should be fine. I am based in the UK, and my stuff took about 7-8 days to come over, which it was okay. I just need to be patient. Usually we're just spoiled with like Amazon next day delivery. Like I can order something right now and it'll either come tonight or tomorrow morning, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, so I can wait 8 days. So I ordered a bunch of stuff a couple weeks ago. Bunch of stuff came last week, and yeah, I was out there waiting for the delivery guy. I saw him like walk past my house, and I was like, "That looks like a Work Louder bag." So I opened my door. I was waiting for him to come back. My wife was laughing at me, but it's not too bad. And when you order, whatever price you get there, it's like it includes all the taxes and stuff, the import taxes, which is good for me because I'm in the UK, and yeah, there's been some recent changes. So some stuff coming into the UK is a bit more expensive now. But no, this was fine. No complaints on this front. But what was I saying? XYZ board R2. Oh yeah, I was saying that you can use input with the XYZ board R2. So Soars lugs sour lugs on Instagram. I'm putting lame keycaps on my XYZ R2. What kind of lame keycaps are you putting on? Because it stock comes with like the black ones, and then you can add the MX Legends keycaps if you would like. These ones right here. So my order is coming through. I've bought these, and I've got the XYZ board coming as well. So that's yeah, that's gonna be fun to build. What kind of lame keycaps are you gonna put on yours? Actually, yesterday my kids came back from school, and I had some spare. So I changed my my switches. So my Nomad switches were like these ones that used to come as stock before Work Louder started designing their own switches that feel amazing, to be honest. Like obviously I am a bit biased, but the feel, I was comparing like a few keys with these switches and then with the new switches, the feel is great. They've custom made it so the keys sit a lot better, a lot more direct, and I don't know how else to describe it. It's just the feel thing. It's definitely a difference. But I gave my kids a bunch of these to design their own like keycaps. They enjoyed it. It was quite fun. Distracted them for a couple of hours. But yeah, any more questions, let me know. We're doing a bit of an earlier stream today because your boy's in the UK, and usually I do streams like really late, but there's another stream tonight as well. Don't know who's jumping on it, but there's another stream as well for some of the US folks. But this one is yeah, it's just a bit earlier. Usually I'll finish the stream and it's like 1 o'clock at night. And if the stream's cooking, loads of questions, I'll be buzzing afterwards, so I can't really go to sleep after it. But yeah, if you got any questions, we're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I've marked down your order numbers for whoever's put the order number through. So if you put an order number through and it hasn't shipped out yet, we can I can include something in there. I'm not like, I don't deal with the behind the scenes stuff with Work Loud. I'm just a guest streamer. So my powers are limited to what I can do, but I can tell you for definite what I can do. If you put an order number in and it hasn't shipped out yet, I can put a free little gift in there for you. If you order anything over $150, I am allowed to give you one of the bad boy work mats. Salute from Pakistan, I'm guessing, soon on Instagram. But yeah, these work mats just dropped a couple weeks ago. So they're on pre-order, but for any orders over $150 on stream, I'm allowed to give you one of these bad boys. So you just need to cover postage. But yeah, it's a good offer. Like live stream offers are probably the best you're gonna get. So definitely jump on a live stream. And if you're curious about Discord, if you're curious about Work Louder stuff, because there's a lot of people asking a bunch of questions, and I'm happy to answer them. Do you deliver to India? Yes. Somebody's asking on Instagram. But if you got any questions specific to your workflow, Discord is a great place. You got developers, gamers, photographers, musicians, videographers, just a bunch of people that use the Work Louder stuff in different ways. And sometimes I'll go on and see what people are doing and how they use stuff. And this is where I got the idea on Discord from one of the guys. So on Input, which is Work Louder's program to map all your keys. So I've just mapped this one last stream called Browser Stuff. Now, Browser Stuff is a multi-action I've set up. So when I tap one key, let me just change this. Oh, wrong key. All right. So when I tap on the key, so this is on one key, right? I'm not using multiple keys. It's just like literally one key. If I tap on the key, it'll open a new tab. If I double tap, it'll type in YouTube and go to YouTube. And if I hold on to it, it'll close the tab. So this one key right here, open a tab, double tap, it'll print out, it'll type in YouTube for me. It'll go to YouTube. And then if I hold it down, it will close the tab. So that's one key, but imagine being able to do that across the board. So automatically functionality like 4x's with Input. So it's one of my favorite things as far as the keyboard goes. I find myself programming stuff on the go. If I have like a new Premiere, because I work in Premiere in Ableton, mostly in Premiere, but if I figure out like a new thing I would like to add, like a new shortcut function, I can just program it really quick. All right, so Sour Lugs, you just printing your own keycaps. Sweet. Cool. Do what you got to do, but you are getting the XYZ workboard. So yeah, I can see why you kind of go for that. How's it going, Mr. Siddhartha on Instagram? How's it going? How's it going? Adira is asking on Instagram, I'm a photographer, so what would be the best setup for me? I can go through a few. So instinctively, this is what I'm thinking for you. Because it'd be similar things that I use for my video stuff. So if you're a photographer, you probably work in like Lightroom, Photoshop, that kind of stuff. So there you go, Illustrator and Lightroom. So I would get one of these bad boys, and I'm getting excited just thinking about the workflow. Now here, let me, I'm going to open up a Premiere session and kind of show you how I've approached it. Basically, on your keyboard, on your micro, you can program one key to do several key presses. So for some actions, I've got one key press to be like 3 or 4 presses on my shortcuts, which saves so much time. All right, let's open that up. This is a video I made for Instagram ages ago, but I'll just show you really quick. So in Premiere, man, I've got a few features I want to show you. First of all, auto switch. Auto switch is killer. So if you're going from like Illustrator to Lightroom and back, you can see here that it's got a chip inside that detects what program you're using. So you don't have to physically change the banks of your presets. So this right here is glowing red because I'm in my browser. But as soon as I change to Premiere, so I've changed to Premiere now, this is going to go blue. And that's changed my whole shortcuts right there. So to start off with, I've got mapped like enable, disable stuff. I can like add default transitions, delete, undo. And then I've done another thing here. So one key press, one key, if I double tap, so if I single tap it, it shows me the file in my Finder. If I double tap, it reveals the keyframes for my audio. Double tap again, that goes away. If I hold, it shows all the video keyframes. So that's just to show you that you can do so much stuff that would be a shortcut. So instead of like pulling gang signs, it could be just at the tip of your fingers. And then they've got the joystick. So the joystick right here, I can have like this radial menu with a bunch of options. So at the minute, I've got like what's good for me. I've got a properties wall. I've got like this FX menu that comes up. But you can imagine you can have any kind of shortcut here. One of them for me is like the audio settings. So I do that. My audio settings come up. But you can imagine for Illustrator and Lightroom, it could be stuff like aligning stuff, adding new layers, deleting layers, hiding layers. You can do a bunch of stuff, and you could just program that here, and that could be right at your fingertips. And a lot of people, and then you got the dial. So I've got the dial to zoom in and out, and then the dial you can press in as well. So that is, I've got it to show my audio time units if I want it to make like really, really fine cuts. But that's just to show that you can have like multiple functions on one key. You can have, you can program it on the go. So the way you program it, I don't know if I went through this one, is through input. So anything you can map out, any actions you can map out. So if I wanted to create a new action, like create a new shortcut, you can name it. You can add like a cool emoji if you wanted to. Let's go with a smiley face. But then the action you can record. So say your shortcut is I don't know, Command Shift T to add a new layer. So I go boom, that's it, Command Shift T, stop recording, and then save that, and then assign it to whatever key you want. So it's really, really quick to program. And what I find myself doing is, as I use this layer for Premiere Pro a lot more, and obviously you can change the color of that layer. That's why mine is blue, just so I know it's changed the layer. But as you go and work on this layer, you can slowly, incrementally add to the layer with stuff you use the most. Does that make sense? Any questions, let me know. But I get really excited. I'm like, your workflow gets so boosted by using these. And I've seen that firsthand with using my version 1 micro. So I've had the version 1 micro for like 4 years. Recently, probably about a month, probably a few weeks ago. This one's the version 1. 4 years I've had this bad boy, built like a tank. But 4 years, last week, I got a couple of weeks ago now, I got the version 2, which is this bad boy. Like, same kind of ecosystem, works with all the keyboard software I showed you, and it's Bluetooth as well. So, killer. I love this thing so much. So let me turn it to, sorry. Yeah, so I'll turn it to Bluetooth now. So I'm working, this is all Bluetooth now. I tend to keep all my stuff plugged in if I'm working at my desk, because if I go out, I just want everything to be charged and I can just go. Like, just pack stuff and I know everything's charged. But yeah, it works great. So you can see me. Oh, you can't see my. Yeah. So you can see it here. I'm going to switch over to Premiere. That's going to switch over. If I go into my browser, that's going to switch over. So yeah, super, super useful. And you can imagine yourself going from like Photoshop, Illustrator, Lightroom. You can have up to 6 layers you can program, but then you can get it to switch between the layers by itself. So definitely recommend you at least looking into it. And if you're still on the fence with stuff, like a few guys will do a bunch of research, still on the fence with stuff, just go onto Discord, check out what people are using it for. And for me, at least, from personal experience, sometimes I'll be on the fence with stuff, and then one little tip or one little workflow hack will just tip me over the edge. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna have to go for it now. So that's personal experience. That's how my brain works. But yeah. So yeah, I can talk a lot about this stuff, but you could see like just my excitement of you getting better and faster at your work. Like, it's cool, isn't it? So that is this keyboard right here, this macro pad. So you can get the Pro, which is wireless, or you can get just the basic one, which is wired with a frosted body. Or let's see, some of these are sold out actually. The Framer Micro, you get extra key, like an extra key set with it. This is a collab with Framer, and the clicky ones are sold out. And as soon as these sell out, they're sold out. People still ask about previous collabs. Like as soon as these are gone, they're gone. So you can have the Pro wireless one. Silent keys. So the silent keys are the blue keys inside. Blue switches, sorry, which is silent. Super silent. Or you can have the clicky ones, which I've gone for clicky actually. I kind of like having a bit of feedback from a keyboard. But I can see how if you work in an office, it's still satisfying to me. But I don't know. But these are the clicky switches. They sound like this. I'm just muting my music. Still really nice. But these are the two options you can get. You go for silent or clicky. And then I got, actually, you know what, guys? I got some extra dials with mine. So this one right here comes with the blue dial. Does it come with a black dial? No, it's just the blue dial. You can add on. I mean, if you order on stream, I can add another dial for you. But the different dials I've got are here. So I can go. At the minute, I've got clear. My one, the stock one of mine came with a black dial, which I think it still looks sick. But I think the orange dial looks sick as well. So, I got the black one, and I've got the orange one. And at the minute on the micro, I've got the clear one. I kind of like having a clear frosted body with a clear one. But if I change the dial, I'm trying not to press any of the keys. All right, check this out. Bam. That looks sick as well, doesn't it? So I'll keep the orange one for now. I kind of like that one. But yeah, any more questions, let me know. But hopefully I've given you enough information there to, I don't know, just like decide for yourself, do a bit more research. But yeah, it's pretty. I'm super happy with my setup at the minute. You can see I've got my knob one here. This is like my daily driver at the minute. I recently changed the keys, so this isn't stock as it comes. I put the Alpha Day key set, and it's got like a little smiley face there. What's up? You know, just makes you that much happier. I don't know if a keycap can do that. But then I recently got well, when I got the MX Alpha Day key set, different key set, I just put some spare ones on here. So this is the Nomad E1, and I've just gone for like a black and white look on this one. But I'm kind of digging, you know. It's cool. But the difference with this one is I changed the switches on the inside with these switches. All right, so actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do like a little test for you. So this right here has the same key caps as this one. So they're both the same keycaps in different colors, but it's just the switches that are different. So let me do like an ASMR of the clicky switches. So I've got clicky switches here, and I've got silent switches here. So let's do we'll do a quick like quick type test, just so you can see, you can hear the difference. In my books, like I think they both feel. They both sound satisfying, but you get a bit more response with a bit more feedback response with the Nomad E1. So let's mute the music. I'll pop the microphone down here so you guys can hear the difference. So we're gonna go with silent switches to start off with. Make sure I don't pour any coffee around. So these are gonna be the silent switches. Don't judge my typing, but yeah, this is what. pretty horrible, but those are the silent switches. So let's switch over to the Nomad. I've got the clicky switches. So this one right here. I need to be careful how I place these around. So this one's got the clicky switches. So let's put the clicky switch there, just so you know it's clicky. All right, let's refresh. All right, so these are clicky. So hopefully you can hear the difference there, clicky and silent. But yeah, I kind of, I don't know, I like both. It takes me like probably a few seconds to get used to it. Let's stick with the Nomad for now. But it takes a while to get used to. Not like a while, a few seconds to get used to the feedback. But yeah, both feel sick. And the thing with the keycaps is they kind of hug your fingers, if that makes any sense. The keycaps I was using are not the MX Delta. Those are the new ones. Come on, website. MX Alpha. So I'm using these ones. Yeah, they feel sick. They feel so good. You can probably hear them. Yeah, feel sick. I'm not the fastest typer, but yeah, they feel so good. But yeah, any more questions? Let me know. I'm on several. Let's go back to the knob one. I'm kind of. I like the knob one. Look at it, gadoosh. Any more questions? Let me know. But I am on a few platforms. So we're streaming on Instagram, TikTok, and X at the minute. So if you see me answering a question that is not in your chat, it's probably because I'm responding to someone else. Oh, it looks like Instagram's died. What the hell? Let me sort that out.
Is she sick?
No, she has morning sickness.
We're still on TikTok? My TikTok peeps here? Yeah, I think TikTok's here. Sweet. TikTok's a lot faster, I find, with the chat. But yeah, if you got any more questions, happy to answer. I'm just gonna do it a bit. Make sure everything's running. So we're still. TikTok's a lot faster. So we're still on TikTok and we're still on YouTube. So fine with the chat. There you go. So yeah, solid for my TikTok and YouTube peeps. But yeah, if you want any more anything answering, any more of my approach, I've got, as you can see, I've got a lot of products here. But I feel like I've got the bug now. I started with this bad boy 4 years ago, and this right here, I've attached like a battery pack to it because I love how it looks with all the colors and stuff. So that was my first purchase. It's like version 1. version 1 of the micro. Sorry, got distracted by the chat. Okay, we got an order number 23061. Let me put that in. So if your order number has not shipped out yet, and if your order number has not shipped out and you put it in the chat, I get to put in a free gift in for you. But if you purchase something, so you make a live stream order, I get to give you a work mat. So the work mats dropped last week. Work mats, double-sided. It's got that PVC, smooth PVC. That's like that self-healing material. Like, I've got one here because I think these look sick on photos. Yeah, they just look really cool on your desk. But the size is always really odd. So if I switch to my top down, you'll see that the size is like super squarey. I'd have to like use like 2 or 3 of those to cover my whole desk. Not ideal, but the this work mat is like correctly sized, and you'll be able to see from let's see, not this yeah, here. So this one is a prototype Mike got last week. You can see your mouse, keyboard, and micro you can have there. So it's a good size, looks great. And for me, I do a bunch of YouTube content and videos and stuff like that. I love doing anything to do with workflows, you know, making your life easier in general, Premiere Pro tips, Ableton tips, that kind of stuff. But I find that I think this looks sick on camera. Like that right there. I've gone for like the green and black, because I think green and black is like solid. The one on the photo Mike has is the gray and black. That looks pretty sick as well. But the green's got my heart. That one right there. So yeah, they look so good. So I can't wait to have one of those bad boys. I saw these have to be shipped separately because of the size. So I saw a video of Mike opening up one, and yeah, they well packed. I'll tell you that. So I'm looking forward to adding that to the arsenal, to my desk arsenal. I've got a bunch of work louder stuff at the minute, but yeah. What's another thing? Actually, the desk mat I've got here. I don't know if you recognize that desk mat. That desk mat is again, it's a work louder desk mat. I got, and it's it's the floppy one right here. It's the floppy desk mat. Again, it looks so good. Really quirky, really cool. But I think I am gonna enjoy having the work mat. It'll just fit my desk a bit better. This one is a good size. I've just got too much stuff, man. Like, yeah. Your boy's got too much stuff. Admittedly. Yeah, this is the current setup. So let's go through Premiere. All right, let me show you what. Let me change this bad boy. All right, there you go. So you can see Premiere. I'm in Premiere. I love this so much. I can go from like my browser, and it changes the switch, so you can see that going red. So it auto switches between all my settings. So if I go to Premiere, gadoosh, there you go. It's going to change, and that's purple now, blue, and that's all my shortcuts here. So I've got all these keys do different things in different apps, but the fact that I don't have to change the bank, like, works so well. But yeah, the zoom is like super smooth here, and yeah, and the dial is like, I don't know if you can see. I'll show you on the black one. The dial right here, it's got like it's got like a circular cut there. Let me see if I can angle it. Can you see it? There, it's like got a bit of a circular cut that surprisingly It's a bit different than the version 1, but surprisingly, that cut right there makes it a lot smoother to operate. At least I found for me. So if I'm like zooming in, zooming out, it's like super smooth for me. And then a lot of people ask sometimes, like, actually, you know what? I've got the MX, of course I do. I've got the MX icon work icon key set, which you can have as an add-on. But this has got like loads of like different keycaps you can have, like different icons. So last week I changed to some of these, and then I changed the frosted body. I was like, oh, let's go for a plain look. So every stream, you probably see me have like a slightly different setup. But yeah, it just depends how I feel. But a lot of people ask, like, do you not get confused with like what you press and how things are mapped? And I'm like, no, because muscle memory kicks in, and because of the layout, as soon as you know where a key is, it's like typing. You just know that that function's there. So you got your zoom, you got your joystick. The joystick's pretty sick. I don't know if you can see it on the board, on the bottom screen. So the joystick, you can have like a bunch of stuff like that you can have there, and it applies it really quick. So if I wanted to apply some transition, get a menu up, like look how fast it picks up the menu, like really, really quick. So and then you just flick to whatever you're doing. You don't have to like, go over select. You just like literally flick, bam, and it just does it super, super quick and really responsive. But yeah, I was just talking about the layout. The layout is like so friendly, muscle memory friendly, that you could just like not even look at the keypad. So I just know where everything is. And once I'm in like hit that flow state, I'm like, I don't really need to remember, or I don't need icons for it. My muscle memory just kicks in. I remember where everything is. So yeah, if you got any more questions on that front, happy to answer. Let's see. But yeah, even if you're on the fence with stuff, I'd still encourage you, go on to what's it called? The Discord, and see what people are posting, how people are using it. So let me get your let me find some recent builds. And I don't know if you can see here. This is my recent build. So this is the knob one, but I've just put the MX Alpha Day key set. It's got the little smiley face, yeah boy. And then because I had some spare white keys, I went for like a black and white look on this bad boy. So yeah, does Dave have too many keyboards? Yes, I do, absolutely. But they're nice, man. They're so nice. So let's go through some people's setups. I think. Let's see. I was on Discord seeing people's setups. Oh, sweet. So Legendary Wizard, that's often in the chat. It might be a bit too early for him, but he's often in the chat. He's one of the mods on Discord. So you can see here, he's got the knob one, but he's put the black keys. So he's put the keys on there. But look at the difference it makes. Look at this, right? He's got one. So these two are both the same keyboard. How sick does that look? How's it go, Sambar on TikTok? Thanks for liking the live. But yeah, can you see that? The keys make such a difference. They both look sick though. Do I go change? No, I'll just change. I'll just stay with what I've got. That looks really cool. I was thinking like, do I change the keys? No, I'll just put the white keys on. Like, I'm okay. So this person here, you can see they've got like the traditional stock knob one, and then the atomic Nomad as it comes. but this was the key set. I originally had this key set on mine. So this is a stock key set. Still really nice. I just wanted to change. So can you see the slight difference? Both look pretty cool. But it just depends what you want to do, what you're into, how you want to express yourself through your desk accessories. I don't know, man. I think they just both look sick. But what was I talking about? Yeah, I was just going through some of the Discord. So just encouraging people to join the Discord community, see what's up. If you're still on the fence, like, it's kind of cool to see how people use them. Right here, you can see the OP1 by Teenage Engineering. It's got this, like, that and the Knob 1 have a very, like, similar vibe to them. They could definitely be, live on the same desk. A lot of people that have the oh man, that looks sick. Can you see that? They've put like different keys here. Oh, for a minute there, I'm like, oh, right, got you. So they've got those keys here for gaming, it looks like. So WASD. Nice. I like that. I just realized I've seen this photo a few times, but then I realized he's probably done this as his gaming setup. And then his screensaver here is some kind of manga character. Sick. Yeah. So you can see all these guys really changing it up. This person here has this is the XYZ board R1. Oh, this looks sick. Oh, I might do that actually. No, I can't. I need extra keys. But this person's got the Nomad E, but they've got like the day key set and the night key set, like just the combination. But you can see the dials are slightly different. These are the stock dials that come with it. I've changed my dial tips to white, and it just like gives it a whole different look to it. Actually, I've got the color. Thanks for liking the live, Karif, on Instagram. What I'm gonna do is actually on stream. Karif, yeah, I'm a guest streamer today, Karif. I think the products are so good, but I'm not smart enough or talented enough to design them. So Mattia is the genius behind these products, and I get to enjoy them. And like I can say that the way you see them on renders is the way they feel. Like, this is my latest purchase. So this is the micro version 2. Just like it looks like on the render, it feels the same way. It feels really good. So I'm gonna change the. Oh, drop the dial. So I'm gonna change the orange dial. I'm gonna go back to the black one. Oh no, let's go clear. I like the clear one. So I'm gonna change the clear one. Is that the right way? There you go. Yeah, boy. Vibes. And it's Bluetooth as well. Like, this is like, I can control my, I don't know, what do you want to do? So Bluetooth, what I'm going to do is I've got one key to do a few things. So I'll press that one key. It'll open a new tab. I'll double tap it and it'll go to YouTube. And then if I hold it, it'll close the tab. So I've got one key to do that in my browser. I wish I had this. I'm so jealous. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're great. I'll tell you that. I don't want you feeling jealous, like, but yeah, I could guarantee, like, they're super cool, really customizable. There's so much stuff you can do with them. But yeah, it's like, it's just cool. Like, I've spent, you're using a Razer keyboard. Yeah, like, whatever fits your setup and stuff. Like, I think for me, every keyboard out there, like, this is from personal experience, every keyboard out there was either for gamers, like really sharp edges, black RGBs, harsh, and that's cool if you're into that. Other ones are like very desk office oriented, but nothing, for me at least, that kind of, gave me that creative vibe to it. And then I found Work Louder about 4 years ago. So this was my first purchase. And I was like, yo, this is a vibe. This is a creator's tool. Does so much stuff. And then your boy got the bug. Like 3 years later, I bought the Nomad E1. And then a few months later, after that, I bought the Knob one. And yeah, I've spent my own money on this stuff. And it feels great. It really, as far as the practical side of stuff, just mapping stuff, you can see how fast this responds. And you can see I've got my micro here. I've got my Knob one. If I turn on the Nomad E, you'll see the Nomad E, once it connects, it's right there. So yeah, really quick going from keyboard to keyboard. And then you can just add your own presets, program the way you want. So for me, this worked great. I can program shortcuts in Premiere and Ableton as I wanted to. And then I've moved on to the next stage of obsession and geekiness. And I've changed the keys around. So as you can see, I've got the Knob one here, but you can see on screen, on bottom screen, you can see the stock. So I changed the stock for the MX Alpha Day key set. It's got a little smiley face, like one of my favorites. Yeah, and I just changed it around. It's like, and the cool thing is, this is like very unique to me, this setup right here. You know, I've got like the frosted body. I've got this right here. It's like, I don't know. I'm excited to work every day. Like, not that I wasn't excited, because I run my own video production company. I do a bunch of video and YouTube stuff. But yeah, it's just like an added extra thing. So when I come to film and I'm filming my desk, I'm like, oh, check out this keyboard. It looks sick. Is it magnetic? So Karif, the only magnetic thing about the Knob one are the legs. So these are magnetic. And then, I don't know, the other magnetic thing I've got is, I bought the iCandy keycap. You can see it there. So that's got like a magnetic top. Again, it's not very essential to getting your work done, but it's just fun. What would I store there? I don't know. What can I store there? Maybe my vitamin D. I could put my vitamin D in there. But yeah, sick. It's like, it's really cool. It just makes your fun like so much more fun. Like, at least for me, I'm just like, oh, sweet. Like, I've got like little things to add, or yeah, I just find myself having a bit more fun. And my personal struggle at the minute is filming stuff, because I do a bunch of YouTube content and all that. Just the thought of like, oh, set up the camera, film, get an edit done. Just like little stuff like this on your desk is like, oh yeah, I can, it's just like the added extra inspiration. It's small, little. It's like my little motivators. But yeah, it works for me. Random question. Would you rather... Oh, come on, man. Sure question. Rather fight 100 duck-sized unicorns. I don't know. 3 unicorn-sized ducks. I'd kick their asses. How about that? But what I wouldn't do is use a keyboard as my weapon. So on a stream, I think it was last week's stream, we had someone on YouTube that accidentally ran their keyboard over with a car. I felt so bad for them. I was like, that's not you can't expect a keyboard to survive that. So Karif on TikTok, nice things makes us even more motivational. Yeah, I agree, man. Like, for me, if I've got a clean desk, although if you look at my desk now, it's a bit of a mess, but you can't see it. If I put a wide angle lens on that, you'll be able to see how messy my desk is. But yeah, I agree. If you've got a tidy desk, or at least know where everything is, and nice stuff, it's just that like that extra bit of motivation. It's just like, and if you look after your stuff, I really like looking after my stuff, and I've got like, this is probably the most used thing on my desk, is like just to keep dust away off all my stuff. I'll spend like at least 2 minutes a day, just, you know, just dusting stuff and making sure like all my stuff is nice and clean. I like looking after my stuff personally. But yeah, so this person on YouTube last week said they forgot their bag on the floor and ran over their bag. So their bag had Nomad E1. They had this bad boy here, and their MacBook. The Nomad E1 destroyed, but the MacBook destroyed. Like the MacBook was okay. Probably a bit, like you said, the frame's a bit bent, but the MacBook's fine. So, I mean, it won't survive running over it with a car, but it will, I guess, protect your laptop. If that makes sense. Yeah. Random story for her, whoever's still here. But yeah, Unknown Stuntman, thanks for joining the chat on TikTok. But yeah, any more questions to do with these bad boys, these beautiful products I've got here, let me know. Happy to answer. Just to reset the chat a bit, I'm Dave. I'm a guest streamer today. I work with video and audio, so that's my approach with all this stuff. I got introduced to WorkLoud about 4 years ago, and yeah, I bought one of the products. Still got it on my desk to this. You can see it right here. So this was my first product, first WorkLouder product I got, and I've still got it on my desk because I feel I don't want to get rid of it. I just love the vibe it gives. But then I caught the bug, and then I bought a bunch of stuff. So any questions, I feel like I can answer to do with the keyboards. I've even got a bit geekier, changed about the keycaps, key switches. Yeah, I've kind of gone all in. I feel like I'm missing a couple of things off the website, and then I'll be like Thanos, just like have everything. So at the minute, I've got one of these bad boys on the go. On the go, no, it's I've pre-ordered it, so this is on the way over. This is the new work mat made out of that PVC self-healing material, double-sided, and I've gone for green and black. But the offers we're running on live stream is if you order something that's over $150, you can get one of these bad boys for free. So that's not a bad offer. And if you order anything else, you get to spin the wheel to win a XYZ numpad. So the XYZ numpad is this bad boy right here. So yeah, I always say if somebody's on stream, if you're on the fence about getting a WorkLouder product, definitely get it while on stream. Joshua on Instagram. Hello, how's it going? I think Instagram's back. Let's go. Because Instagram died on me. How's it going? How's it going, Joshua? Hope you're well. But yeah, we're just chilling. I've been on stream for an hour or so, about an hour and a half now. Just chopping it up, talking about the products. Joshua Robinson, what's up? I'm good, man. I'm really good. Really, yeah, I'm feeling really well. Like, it's a bit early for me. Usually I jump on stream. It's about like super late at night. So I feel like my energy levels are a bit better now. I'm on my second coffee, and yeah, I feel good. I recently got the frosted body for the micro version 2, sorry. So usually this comes with, let me see if I can see it. Usually this comes with a black frame, which looks sick as well. But I'm filming a video, and I think the frosted, because what I wanted to add some VFX and stuff, so the frosted background, frosted body will be easier to like use. So this one is the normal one, but I went for frosted. And the RGBs look great on this. So this is like the red RGB. And then if I switch the layer to my Premiere Pro layer, whew, it looks so good. But yeah, these are like my latest purchases I got last week. I got a few little things. So GB Barcel on Instagram. Let me know when you do giveaways, lol, or if we can directly purchase in India. So you can order, like, Workalata ships worldwide, so you won't have a problem there. Giveaways wise, usually Mike does like the big giveaways, but what I'm allowed to do on stream, sorry, I'm trying to read the chat. What I'm allowed to do on stream, if you order anything over $150, I'm allowed to give you a work mat. You just need to cover postage. So if it's a live stream order, I'm allowed to give you one of those. But then if you order anything below that, you can enter, you can spin the wheel for a chance to win the numpad. So the numpad is like is slightly different than this bad boy. It's like a lot simpler. It's got 16 programmable keys. Still, like, it looks really cool. 3D printed base. Yeah, looks sick. The numpad looks so good. Wish I could buy it. Yeah, tell me about it. You know what? I saved up and bought this bad boy 4 years ago. I've still got it. Like, just, yeah, really well built. But yeah, I saved up. So you probably see my desk and think, man, this guy spent a pretty penny on this. Yes, correct. But yeah, I've saved up for all this. So this is like a few years of me saving up, geeking out, and just adding to the collection personally, because I buy this stuff myself. Yeah, I just get excited showcasing this stuff and showing you guys some cool stuff. So the latest thing I've got on the way is the work mat. And yesterday I ordered XYZ workboard. Sorry, XYZ, yeah, XYZ workboard. So this right here is the most affordable thing you can get on the website. You can either get the assembly kit, which I've got this one, and I'm probably gonna I want to build it on stream when it comes through. And the pre-built one is a bit more expensive. The PCB kit is the cheapest one, and you just download the 3D files and yeah, print the base of it, so you can print this one yourself. And yeah, just print it out. You can get really creative with it, because a lot of people are asking about this. You can get creative designing your own. Actually, they're running a competition at the moment where you're going up against Mattia, and it's going to be a fan vote as to who wins. I think it might be $1,000, but go check out Instagram. So they're running a competition, who like 3D, like builds in 3D the best base. It could be something that's current. You can go full meme. You can go superhero. I don't know, whatever you're into, but it's going to get fan voted the same way we did the Switch. So this Switch right here, there was a $1,000 competition to see if you can beat Mattia head of design. So we had 5 finalists, and it was a fan vote, is a blind vote, and guess who won? Mattia. So this is Mattia's design. It's the eye candy keycap, which I got last week in my order, but this was part of the competition as well. Same thing this time. You get to compete against Mattia to see if you can win $1,000. But yeah, that's the XYZ workboard. So you can either buy the just the PCB kit or the assembly kit. I've got this one on the go, on the way over. Could you give away your old keyboards if possible? Man, see, it looks too good on my desk. I'm gonna be honest. And I've probably got a few of my guys. I'm gonna gift a few of my older stuff too. So nothing online, but the the stuff WorkLoud is giving away is good enough. Like I'm not. I'm just a streamer. I'm a guest streamer. I'm not a I'm not any of the co-founders or the founders. How do I make sure I get a black mat with order? Oh, you just give me your order number. So if you order something, Rylan on Instagram, if you order something, you just give me your order number and I'll make sure the guys get it. Does that make sense? So if it's an order over $150, you just tell me if you want green and black or silver, gray and black, and I'll make sure that gets added to your order. Does that make sense? So, okay, can you have an update to input for the keys can do MIDI CC? Cigar music, C Garcia music. So I use Ableton, and what I'll do is I'll either, there's a program you can get that kind of goes, what's it called? Kind of gives you MIDI information through the keys. But in Ableton, I just map stuff to my drum machine sometimes. What else? Pure MIDI. I have to look into that, because what I'll do actually, I've got a micro version 1 that keep in my guitar gig bag. So I run Ableton through this bad boy, and it's a bit. Oh crap! What did I lose? I just lost something. So I've got this next to my mic stand, and what I do is I've programmed this bad boy. This is my spare version 1 with duct tape and stuff. So I've got like a master mute. I've got like playing stop the tracks and stuff like that. So I've programmed that for my Ableton session. So you can do the same thing with triggering samples and MIDI stuff and whatnot. So it's not necessarily I can't tell you if it purely does MIDI. There is a way of doing it. There's a workaround, but that's how I use it in Ableton, if that makes sense. Could I play a song on guitar? Yes. Can students claim a discount, please? Now, there is so the best time to buy stuff is on stream. So if somebody's on stream, though, you get the best offer. So at the minute, if you buy anything over $150, I'm allowed to give you a work mat for free, because I'm just a guest streamer. I can't make any big decisions. I'm only allowed to do what they allow me to do. And if you order anything else, you can spin the wheel to win a numpad. So this is the numpad. So yeah, you got 2 possible things you can get. Is there a delay in the switches, or is it instant? I'll show you right now, actually. Let's let me just stop sharing my screen really quick. So I'll just go to notes. I'll get my notepad so you can see how fast this thing is. So I'll show you here. I have to remember what shortcuts I've got here. Oh crap! These shortcuts. I've got random shortcuts here. I'll change the layer. I just want to demonstrate how fast this is. So I'll change to my Premiere layer. All right, so can you see how fast that is? So it's super responsive, and this is via Bluetooth. So I don't know what kind of... So these are all shortcuts I've got in Premiere. I'm just showing you how fast and responsive it is. And the cool thing is you got the dial as well. So the dial, I've got like... that was a... So if I go G, you can see how fast it types G. I'm trying to mirror it. Okay, can you see how fast that is? So that's a shortcut I've got on my dial, but it's super, super quick. So if you're concerned about that, that's like, it's super responsive and really quick. The chat be chatting. Let's see. Can I play a song on guitar? Yeah, I said I can. Like in the key cars from keyboard to PC. What does that mean, Southman? Send me one. I wish I could do that. Could I play a song right now? Yes, I can. Gift me, please. I wish I could gift you guys all keyboards. I'm a streamer. I'm a guest streamer, so I'm not allowed to just give stuff away that's not mine. Reactor, how do I set it up with OBS if it works? So the way I've done it is you can see like I'm pressing my keys here. In OBS, I've set like different shortcuts. So the shortcut for hiding cameras and stuff, you can set all through your settings. But because I'm working on a few different programs, I've got like weird, like complicated 4 key shortcuts to hide the cameras and, you know, get my screen to share my screen and stuff. Because if it's like a common shortcut, it probably triggers something else as well, if that makes sense. But that's all programmable. It's super easy to program. I'll show you how I do it right here. So I use Input. Input is the program that works with all of WorkLouder keyboards now. So it's super easy to program stuff. So let's go, for example, let me show you really quick. My favorite thing is multi-action. So multi-action, you can have one key to do a few things. So really, really quick, one key here is going to, on tap, it's going to give me a, it's going to open a new tab in my browser. If I double tap it, it's going to open up YouTube. And then if I hold it, it's going to close the tab. So here's my browser. If I tap it once, it's going to open a new tab. If I double tap it, it's going to open up YouTube. And then if I hold it, it's going to close the tab. So super, super useful. And you can program like, that's all in one key. So you can imagine like, you can program all these keys to do whatever you want. And then if you want to create a new action, you go into actions, create it, and then you can record an action. So if I wanted like a stupid complicated action, not that one. So let's go like record an action. It could be like Command Option Shift E and then let go. So that right there, that's a complicated shortcut you can assign to any of your programs, but then that I can assign to a single key press. So it's super, super powerful as to what you can do. Wow, nice. The joystick is kind of tactile one. So the joystick is pretty smooth, to be honest. It's really hard. So the joystick is, you can see here, it's really smooth. You can see it on my screen. Let me just put the mouse in the middle, and it kind of goes where your mouse is. Can you see that? And it's, let's see if it change. Yeah, it'll change here. So if I'm in Premiere, it's really responsive. So that opens up that shortcut. If I wanted to open up, like, I'm trying to do this well. But yeah, it's really responsive, really quick. Sorry. Can you see that? Really, really quick. Is it hot swappable? Can you... Okay. Let's... Dope Boy. Is it hot swappable? And can you take it apart and mod it? So, the keyboards are... This one right here... you can swap the keys, but the actual switches... So I've gone for these switches. So on the inside of mine... I've got these switches, or you can have the silent switches, which are the blue ones. But these are custom switches by WorkLouder, but they're soldered in to this PCB. But you can change the keys. The switches on all these are swappable, and I did in my last stream, I changed the switches on this bad boy. So I put these clickable switches on this one. I can show you like a little demo, but hopefully that answer your question. Cyrus, how's it going on TikTok? Cleanest keyboards in the game. Cursey says, yes, my boy. Tried to do the Southport limited edition. Just my suggestion. Yeah, maybe. Vamsy build, is that joystick is kind of a tactile one. Yeah, hopefully I've answered that. It's really hard to, I mean, I try to describe stuff the best I can, and I give you like a close-up of it. I'll show you again. Like, wait, You can't see it there. Oh, it's there. So wherever my mouse is, that's where the joystick goes. But if I'm here, like super responsive, bringing up menus, and you can see like how I'm trying to hold it and not drop it, but you can see like how smooth it is. And if you need something doing, it's literally just a flick. And as soon as it goes back to the center, it selects whatever you've selected. So you can, as you're working, you can go through like your options. But if you want to be really quick and you know what you're after, you just like literally flick and you're good. Hopefully that answers your question. I had a few questions to go through there, but yeah, let me know. I love explaining stuff and hopefully clarifying some stuff. But there's so much you can do with these. And sometimes I'll explain stuff quick, but yeah, if I'm too quick, just let me know. I'll explain it a bit better. Who was it? Joshua Robinson. Yeah, I can play the guitar. If you go on my Instagram, which is right there, you'll see me. I play guitar all the time and stuff. That's what I kind of do for work as well. So I'll play music and run my video stuff. So it depends on what's busier at any given moment. I feel like I can do a few things. Sometimes, yeah, it gets pretty hectic, but I'd rather do that than anything else really. But yeah, any questions, let me know. We're still on, I think we should be on Instagram. We should be on TikTok. So yeah, we're cooking on multiple platforms. So if you see me responding to stuff that's not in your chat, it's because I'm probably talking to other people on different platforms. I try to scoop it up, make sure everybody's, included. But yeah. It is the cleanest keyboard in the game, Kersey says on YouTube. Yeah, I think so. I'm biased, but I've had a few keyboards in my days, and yeah, they really work for me. And I've got I recently changed the switches. So sorry, not the switches, the keys. So I'll show you on the website. So this is my. No, I don't want to do that. Where's the website? Yeah. So this is the knob one. So this is the keyboard I've got here, but I put the MX Alpha Day key set on, and it's just a bit different. It might be your vibe, it might not be, but yeah, it's definitely a vibe for me. It's really cool. So that's my latest kind of like thing, and then I put like some of the spare ones, some of the spare white ones I had on this one, just for like a bit of a black and white look. And also what I was going to show is the difference it might make. So let me see if I can find it. So I bought a color kit not too long ago. So I bought these dials, and these are the dials that see, these are the dials these are the tips that go on these dials right here. So I went for an all white look. So let me see if I can successfully change these. So let's go for, we've got black, red, blue. Let's go for, what should I go for? Let's go for blue. Let's go for blue. So I'm going to change these to blue. But yeah, while I'm doing this, if you got any questions, let me know. I might have clicked them in a bit too hard. Trying to be gentle. But if you do have any questions, let me know. Oh, there you go. Mattia is coming in to save the day. Really? Use the knob key remover. Okay, let's... Will that be easier? Bro, it's like you designed the keyboards. So Mattia... Oh, there you go. Mattia is the designer behind these. So if you're on Instagram, say hi to Mattia. He's the genius behind the designs. Bro, that's so much easier. Oh, crap. Can't control my strength. I'm so strong. Bro, why didn't I ever think about that? I had a flipping weird time removing these. Oh. I lost one. I'll find it later, hopefully. But let's go... What was the... Let's go blue? Did I say blue? Let's go blue on this. I just want to show you like how the vibe just changes on these. Easy to remove. You are a pro. They jump around. So let me gently place these so you can see the vibe change. So I won't fully press them in. I just want to see. I want to show you like how the vibe changes. So I went from all white to this vibe right here. Check this out, guys. Let me just align those as well. Oop. Look at that. Instant vibe change. I've gone for the Greek flag. That's what I've gone for. Check that out. So it just changes the vibe. So these are like, does it change the functionality? No. But it's just cool to have that option of like changing some stuff around. Let's go for, I mean, we can go for the change everything around. We can go for, let's go red. No, this is kind of an orangey color. So I'm not like pressing them down. I'm just like placing them there just so you get the vibe for it. At this point, there you go. So let's go for a bit of the red. Again, definitely changes the look, doesn't it? Changes the vibe for sure. Now I'm slightly concerned where that white one went. Hopefully I don't vacuum it up later. But let's go all black. I'll commit to the black ones, I think. I want to keep that black look going. Oh, so do I go lime or do I go yellow? Mattia says yellow tips, white shell, industrial look. Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? But should I go yellow or lime? Which one? I think the yellow, right? The yellow is like crane vibes, isn't it? Let's go for that one. Because the head of design suggested it, not anything else. You know, what do I know, man? But respect to Mattia, man. Like honestly, to get from vision to render to a physical product, I'm like, I can't believe it. I can't wrap my head around that kind of thing. So just respect, man. Look at this. Boom. I like that. I like that. Should I commit to that one? I still want to do, I think white's my move, but I've lost one of the white ones now. I'm going to have to look for it. That's the thing about doing stuff on stream, man. Like such a risk. I'm not chilled. My fingers are. You get too conscious about basic functionality. You know when people say, "Oh, I'll just film you walking," you say, "Oh, I just forgot how to walk." I don't know if you've ever had that. So I'm just gonna film you walking really quick. I forgot how to walk. Hi, bro. How's it going? Abin on Instagram. Hope you're well. But yeah, I'm just changing some of the tips here, just to show you the difference just the color tip makes. And I love this because, yeah, boy, I'm a simple man. Just black. Give me black or white. But yeah, this is just to show, like, I love, yeah, it is pretty. I mean, on TikTok, it is cute, man. Not cute, but slick. Slick is the word I'd use. But yeah, I've got all these color tips. And what it allows you to do is really, really customize your stuff. Which I love. I love having custom stuff. I love having stuff that, you know, it's just very to your, I don't know, very unique to you and how you approach the world, I guess. But yeah, this is this is Simple Dave, black and white. I do like the white tips. I need to find the white tip I dropped. I am very good. Thank you for asking. I'm very well. Just out here streaming on the Work Louder account. My name is Dave. I do video and audio stuff, just to reset the chat a bit. And I got introduced to Work Louder stuff 4 years ago with the Micro version 1. That was a game changer as far as workflow goes. And since then, you probably see my office now. I'm like, bit of a fan of all this stuff. I got the bug. And then my recent thing was I changed some of the keycaps and key sets. I changed the switches, which you'd think is very inside football. But these are the new switches by Work Louder, custom switches. So the blue one is silent and the amber one is like clicky. So I've got clicky on this keyboard and then silent on this keyboard. So they're both like, yeah, they both feel slightly different, but I so love the tactile feel when you're typing, that response you get off, you know, working. Any info on the Excel creator board? Ray is asking on TikTok. Not at the minute. Not at the minute. What I can tell you is that the latest on that front, let me just, is the XYZ workboard. So the XYZ workboard is like a module from the creator board. But this one, it works with, it's more affordable. You can 3D print your own base. You can assemble it yourself. You can get it pre-built. I've got an assembly kit on the way. So I ordered it yesterday. But, so, it's that. And then it works with input. So input, oh, that keyboard's not on. So input is the program you use to map all your keys. So that works with input. So that's the latest as far as like that ecosystem of the creator board. The XYZ workboard is kind of that, works with input. A lot easier to program your keys compared to VIA, personally, I think. And I think a lot of you would agree if you used input. And then it just opens up like functionality-wise, it opens up a lot more for you. What's the weight on those clickies and the silence? Weight? I don't know. It's like you're talking like grams. Let me see if the weight of them is listed. So I'm just on the website. If you go to switches, LP1 switches. Oh, grams and pressure. Oh, I can't. I think somebody else asked that a couple of streams ago. I want to say 45. Is 45 ridiculous as a number? I think it's 45 grams, 45 G. They said I need to check with Mike on that just so I know the answer. But yeah. If any of the mods are in the chat that know, they can answer. Is there a mouse? No, there isn't a mouse. And I've been saying, yo, when's this mouse coming? Okay, I have the new, okay, Yuppie. I have the OG Nomad looking for new switches. Yeah, I last stream, if you want to go check out the last stream I did on YouTube, I changed the I changed from the Gateron switches to the clicky ones on my Nomad. It took me a bit long on stream because I was trying to keep up with the chat. Yoppy Poppy on TikTok. But yeah, I changed them last stream, and I did like I can do like a ASMR, audio comparison if you want. But yeah, they definitely. What I can say is, if you change the switches, you'll feel the difference. I'll do a ASMR test, but you can feel how much more stable the switches are. They're a lot more direct, and these just sit better. There's no wiggle. There's like very, very direct, but that's thanks to like the new Work Louder switches. So these are, it's a Gateron low profile footprint, but so they'll work with like MX Stem keys, and they feel great. So let's do a quick little ASMR comparison for, let me set that up really quick. Give me 2 seconds. So while my Nomad is turning on, let me switch the music. So this is for someone wanting an ASMR test between these keys. So on both keyboards, I've got let's do these switches right here. So I've got silent and clicky. So I'm going to do silent first. So I'll put this here so you can know that it's the silent keys. And let's do a little comparison. So this is silent keys. Don't judge my typing, but yeah, just listen out for the sound. Oh. That was silent keys, and let's swap over to the Nomad. So the Nomad's got the clicky switches. So we got clicky switches here. All right, so we got clicky switches here. Same keys, just clicky. Does that make sense? Yeah, so you can kind of hear. So this is like the most, I guess, comparable. Where's my other one gone? Yeah, that's the most comparable between those two because you got silent and clicky, but both keyboards have the same key set. So I've got the MX Alpha night key set on this, and then MX Alpha day key set on this. So you can that's probably the most accurate. Okay. Descent Malaysia, yes, on Instagram. How much in India? Just go on the website, worklouder.cc, and you'll be able to see the prices there. Yoppy Poppy. So, yeah, no worries. So, Yoppy Poppy on TikTok says, thanks, man, appreciate it. So, there is definitely a different feel for him in the switches. Once you change the switches, it makes a bigger difference than you think. Can we order it from Turkey or Cyprus? So Barak, so I'm based in the UK, so all the orders ship from China. So they will deliver to Turkey or Cyprus. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so no worries. That's the thing, because there's no physical store. I think there's one physical store somewhere. It's like these streams, I try to give you like the best kind of like auditory experience and like close-ups and stuff like that. So yeah, no worries. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, they ship worldwide. Any commission code for me? No. I just jump on stream and just let you know what's up. I'm truly a fan, man. Like, obviously we're part of the stream team and stuff, but I've spent my own money on all this stuff. I've got like multiple keyboards and stuff like that, and they're great guys to work with, actually. Really cool cats. Great brand, and yeah, I love this stuff so much, man. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Yeah, I've had the version 1 for 4 years, and then I've recently gone to the version 2 a couple of weeks ago. Oof, the Alpha Day key set looks great. I know, right? Nice one, Yuppie Poppy. Have a good day. Have a great day. Christine Giraldo is in the chat on Instagram. She's one of the she's works for customer service for Work Louder, and she jumps on stream sometimes. She kills it. Plays basketball. And yeah, I'm a basketball fan. Maybe one day we're in the same place. I'll play one-on-one with you. We'll do like a 3-point contest. But yeah, she's referring to the Alpha Day key set. So the Knob 1 usually comes with, let me change over. The Knob 1 usually comes with the Knob key set, which looks sick already. Let's do it, Christine says. But yeah, I went, I changed it to the Alpha Day key set just for the vibes. It's like functionality wise, does it change? It still works like a Knob 1 should do, which is great. But just for the vibes. And I got a smiley face as well on that key right there. Guess what that does? But yeah, just for the vibes. And I do like the MX Alpha key set. It kind of, when you're typing, it does kind of hug your fingers, whatever you're into. It's like, this is like, we're talking like totally inside football. Like, the keyboards are great. After that, you can kind of play around, get keys, kit switches. But yeah, so I changed, I went with the MX Alpha Day key set, and I think I've lost a switch. Oh, there you go. And then I've recently changed the switches. So I went from the Nomad E used to come with these gate around switches, like quite generic switches, but then the Work Louder guys designed custom switches for these, which feel great and definitely an upgrade for your keyboard. So I've got clicky and I've got silent. So I went for clicky for the Nomad, and it feels great, I'll tell you that. What am I liking the most about the Micro version 2 versus the version 1? Well, let me tell you really quick. Bluetooth. Let's go here. So version 2, this bad boy here, Bluetooth. It's wireless, and it works with input. It's got a joystick that you can see, the smooth joysticks there. That works really good. So if I go back, has it got back? Come on there. So I can go back, forward. You just flick it and it's just really responsive. And then auto switch. Auto switch, honestly, you can see it here. It's going to glow red because I am in my browser. But if I move over to Premiere, this is going to turn blue because it's swapped over the layers. So I'm getting a lot more use out of this because it automatically swaps the layers over and the bank of presets. Whereas before I had to manually do it. And to be honest, I was too lazy before, so I'd just kind of stick to one layer and try to fit everything there. So yeah, a bunch of stuff. Next stream, you can tell me what you like about the version 2. Because like the version 2, it's one of those things where the version 1 was so good, but obviously there were improvements that the community wanted. So they kind of killed it with a version 2. They're like, yeah, we'll do that. And they've added the joystick, a lot more functionality there. But I loved my version 1, and I was using it up until I got the version 2, and I used that for 4 years. So it's staple on my desk setup. Version 2 kills it, and I love the fact that it's Bluetooth. So if I'm like working at a coffee shop or something, I just no ports needed. Just turn it on, just works. Does the Nomad E and Nomad E2 interchangeable? No. So they've changed the design. So it's going to be a lot. So the Nomad E2, you're going to be able to change the top shells a lot easier. They've gone from with the Nomad E1, it takes you about 25 minutes to change the top shell because it's got all the screws. I've never changed the top shell personally. I kind of like the way I've got it. But the new one has 3 screws, and you'd be able to change the top shell. It's like a clickable top shell. So you'll only need something thin to like undo one of the clips, and then it's going to be so much easier. So you can go for different looks and stuff. The keycaps are interchangeable. But the switches are, because I've upgraded my switches. I can update to the Delta keycaps, but I kind of like the Alpha keycaps at the minute. I don't know. When they come in stock, I might just buy a set and change them. Who knows? And some of the upgrades, I don't know how familiar you are with the version 1. So the dials on the version 1, they're not clickable. So that you can go left and right on these and set that macro to whatever you want. But on the version 2, that's clickable as well. So you get a lot more functionality out of the dial. Battery life is better. Yeah, they've just improved it across the board. I'm trying to remember what else. Those are like the key things. And probably a bit more memory. But I need to check with that. I think there's a bit more memory on board. But yeah, killer piece of kit. So these are on pre-order at the minute. Ships out Q1. So we're in January, February, March, April. So it's like some point Q1. Whenever they're ready, I'm sure they'll just start shipping out, and I'll see all the posts on Instagram and Discord and be like, you know what? Maybe I'll get one. But at the minute, your boy's got too many keyboards as it is. I don't know if you can see. I'm like a work louder warehouse here. I've got key sets, switches. I've got all sorts. I feel like I'm well equipped to answer any question you need. But I'm going to stay on stream for another minute. I don't know if you can hear my kids. They've just come back from school and they are loud upstairs. But I'll stay on stream for another minute, answer any questions you guys have. But yeah, it's been a really good stream. A bit earlier this time around. There's another stream later on today, so keep an eye out for that one. One of our other stream team members is going to jump on a stream later on. And I might be in the chat. I'll definitely be in the chat if... I don't know who it is. Micro 2 and Micro 1. So basically, Micro 1 came out 4 years ago. Killer piece of kit. Micro version 2 is just an improvement upon that. So if I go, I'll show you on the website really quick. And you can see here. So Micro version 2, first of all, it's Bluetooth. It works with input. So input, if I can show you really quick. Input is a killer piece of software that works with Work Louder products that they've designed to be super easy to program. So version 1 worked with VIA, which was a bit of a learning curve trying to program all your shortcuts, but within seconds you can create a new action. So I can record an action, which could be like the weirdest thing ever. Like, good luck programming that in VIA. Stop and then save that to whatever action that could be in your software. But then it's got something called multi-action as well. So multi-action, one key could do several things. On tap, I've got this to open a new tab. Double tap, it'll go to YouTube. On hold, it'll close the tab. So that's just one key. So I can show you here. So this key right here, I'll tap it once. It'll open a new tab. Tap it twice. It'll type out YouTube. So I'll go to youtube.com. And then if I hold it, it'll close the tab. So that's just to show that one key you can program to do up to 4 different things. And it's just like definitely a step up from the version 1. And then they've got the joystick. So the joystick's super smooth. I don't know if you can see that. The joystick is super smooth right there. So if I flick it, you'll be able to see how responsive it is. Can't remember what trying to do this on the go. So I've got a few things programmed in there for my browser. But it's super responsive. Like you flick and it's really responsive. But that's just some of the things. And I've got, and then it switches layers depending on what app you use. So you'll be able to see here, I'm in, what's it called? I'm in my browser. So this is glowing red. But if I switch over to Premiere, you'll see this will start glowing blue because it changed the layer automatically. So I can just be working in flow state, working through a few different apps, and it'll just change the presets automatically. So I don't have to physically change the bank. So a lot of people might be working between like Premiere, and then they might be working, I don't know, with Illustrator, Photoshop. You kind of, at this point, we're always jumping between different programs, and this is like, this kind of like just follows you between all those programs. And yeah, super helpful. But yeah, hopefully I've answered, I think I hit all the points on that one and all my favorite stuff. Wireless, there is a base wired only version you can get, but yeah, I've gone for the Pro because I like the wireless capability. The base one works the same, but just isn't wireless, isn't Bluetooth. So it isn't Bluetooth and doesn't have a battery. But yeah, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for joining the stream. Somebody else is going to be on stream later on today, so keep an eye out on that. And yeah, this has been a really good one. Hope everybody does really well. Have a great rest of the day. And you'll see me possibly in the chat on the next stream. All right? Take care, everybody. Peace.